Morning. Good morning, everyone in person, everybody on the screen. Good morning. Hi. How in the world do we keep showing up? Hi, Molly. Let me do a quick sound check. Make sure it's sounding good on your end. Thumbs up. It's not doing a weird wobbly thing? Okay. Well, in that case, sit tall. On the screen here, Breanna will be demoing the class today. If you're ready to close the eyes, do that. If not, take your gaze softly to the ground in front of you. And there really is nothing to do right besides paying attention to how you're breathing. And that, my friend, is super advanced. Do not be distracted from all the wonderful things happening outside of your body. So is it possible to take the next breath here without being distracted by anything? If it helps to tune in to the sound, then do that. Wherever you are, turn your palms to face up as a gesture of being open and receptive to what the yoga has in store for you. Every single breath before this one and this one and this one has led you to this particular moment, this particular class, with these particular people. So be open to receive the magic that you already know. 3 ohms, inhale. Hands to heart. Good. And then open the palms a little. Ushpabuddha mudra, like you're holding, just scooping some water from the creek and you're holding it in your palms. Good. And then make a little devotional wish here. If you have this golden pool of liquid in your palms and you want to devote this in a direction, where is it going? Into clay, it's unclear at the moment. Perhaps it'll clarify through your practice today. Close the palms together, swivel, interlace, fingers round, sit back. Rock a little side to side, stretching the sides of the body. Oh, yeah. Good. And as you inhale, stretch the palms up, lift the heart, feel the throat open. Keep swiveling the thumbs up and the pinkies roll back. Good morning. And then exhale, round, push the palms away. Chin draws towards your chest. Good. One more like so. Inhale, big breath in, big stretch open, but your butt is still down. Yes? And then exhale, round. Fantastic. And then come to lie down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Come into crow pose on your back. What? Come into crow pose on your back. Just do your best. The palms are pointing straight up, so the ceiling is now your floor. The knees come towards your upper arm bones. Good. Thanks, Bree. You can point your toes, big toes touch. Maybe the heels are slightly apart. Good. And I want you to really squeeze and hollow out your upper back. Inhale, 2. Yeah, pretend, right? Exhale. You are the magic you already know. One more. Good. And then rock up to Navasana, boat pose. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Any variation. Maybe it takes a couple rocks. We're getting right to it, friends, today. There's no hubba bubba. We're just doing it. Okay? One more breath. Good. And then rock back. Come into side crow. Hands to the right. And then you kind of crunch up a little bit. So it's core work. So you're like doing a crunch. But you're turning to the side. And your left elbow is most certainly connected to your thigh. Maybe the right is. You know, right? If you know this arm balance, maybe you do it with one elbow. Maybe you do it with 2. Either way, can you focus on your breath? One more. Good. And then relax back. Rock forward. Navasana. Boat pose. Oh dear. Good morning. Good morning. Turn your palms up. Receive what this pose has to teach you right now. It could be so simple like, oh yeah, Lori, lifting the chest. Very good. Lifting your spirit. Lifting the amount of gratitude that you can have for your body right now. Good. Rock back. Come into side crow. Arms to the left. Connecting one or both elbows. And then really draw that navel up towards the spine. Some of us can even get that left shoulder off the ground. Not necessary, okay? Your feet are very much active. What do you do in side crow with your feet? Do that. Good. Thank you, thank you. And then, just relax. Lie down on your back. Spare you. Feet down. And let's take a 5-breath Shavasana. The more we practice going from 100 to 0, the better we get at it. So how can we drop from that fierce intensity of life, of that pose, of all that core work, to this? Hug the knees in. Press your low back down into the ground. Hug your shin bones. Good. Draw your forehead up towards your knees. Oh, fantastic. And then begin to rock the length of your mat, coming to a forward fold at the top of your mat. If that's not possible, roll to one side and press yourself up. When you demo, there's like adrenaline, right? Sometimes it can help. And let's separate our feet so that the outer edges of your feet are as wide as your mat, please. Yeah, good. Fantastic. And then come halfway up. Stretch the front of your spine long. And exhale, fold the body. Deep bowing to yourself. Good. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Stretch your sternum bone forward. And exhale, fold, chin to chest, Jalambara, Uddiyana Bandha, lift as you exhale. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Whew. Exhale, fold. Good. Turn your right toes out, finger pads down to the mat. Good. And then bend into your right knee. Swing the left leg to the back of the mat. Shoo. That's it. Adjust what you need. Lower the back knee down. That's right. And then walk your hands a little closer to your body. Back bend. A little heart opener. Gecko pose. Yeah? Kind of like a lizard. Adjust so this feels super secure in the legs position, so that the heart can really reach forward. Good morning. Good morning. Like steep in the pool of sensation, okay? All right. And then chin to chest round like a cat pose in the upper back. Walk your hands forward a little bit at a time. But keep rounding chin to chest. So cat pose, good. And then when you're here, some of us might enjoy rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot. And then this is gonna feel very different in all of our bodies. I'm gonna need you to wear this during class. Yeah, thank you. And then chin towards the chest. Can you gaze towards the navel? Inhale, 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Good. Place your right hand on the inner right thigh by the knee. Press out, lean back. Good. So it's like back bending, it's side bending, it's opening, being receptive to what the yoga has in store for you. Okay? And it's typically different for everybody. Good. See plank pose in your mind. See it? And then come in. Plank pose. Hold plank. For today, the drishti is like the frontage of your mat. And we're masked here, but tip of the nose. Yeah. Good. Downward dog. Go back. Bend one knee at a time. Flush out the sensation in the backs of your legs. Good. Gaze between the thumbs. Soft bend in the knees. Step or hop to Malasana. Shoop. Shoop. Good. Malasana. Deep yogic squat garland pose. Hands to the heart. Good. And just a little practice here. Bring all the fingers to touch for Chaya Anjali. And the hands, all the fingers are touching. Good. Representing the shadowy side of us. We've been working with this all week. Yes? And now spread your fingertips apart like you have a radiant prayer. Sometimes the practice, right, the gifts are very, very, quiet, secretive. And sometimes the lessons from the practice are very loud. So we just do this gesture, mudra, with our hands to say, okay, I'm open to both. Good. Place your hands down, thank you. Angle, the toe should be already out. Bring your right leg back. Lower that right knee down. Walk your hands back, adjust your feet, legs, and then pull your heart forward. This is a cow pose in the upper body. Right? That's it. No, we want to move away from that, right? But we don't. Thank you. Round, chin to chest, walk your hands forward. Let this feel weird. This is very weird. This is unusual, right? This is not a pose we typically do. And once you're here, maybe you want to adjust the left foot so you come on the outer edge of that left foot, deepening outer groin, maybe inner groin for some of us. And the more you walk your hands or finger pads forward, the more challenging this becomes. One more breath. Gaze towards the navel center of Manipura. Yeah. Good, good, good. Then walk your hands back and left hand on the left thigh. Lean back. Feel the front of your chest like really liberated here. Good. And then look down, put the left hand down, plank pose, step back. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, complete your vinyasa. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Good. My friends in the studio, let's do a mask check. The mask should be covering your nose and your mouth. Thank you. I know it's hard. Thank you. Look between the hands. Bend the knees, step or hop forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Separate the feet, slide the palms underneath your feet. If it's too soon, don't do it. Just dangle, okay? But if there's space, we're gonna get into the wrists to prepare us for some just a little arm balance play, okay? So if the hands are under the feet, wiggle the toes to massage the wrist crease. Good. And then use the toes to press the palms down, elbows pointing at the shins, and then pull the hands up. So you get that, that stretch. Good. 3 more breaths. Try to not be distracted by anything outside of what's happening in your yoga right now, your asana right now. Thank you. Release the hands one at a time. Adjust your feet with Katasana, fierce pose, aka chair pose, aka awkward pose. Fantastic. Hands to the heart, twist to the right. Negotiate upper body, lower body, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body, bliss body, all working together to maintain you in this shape. Drag that left hip back. Yeah, good. Lift your left heel. And then curl that left heel towards your bum. And then contemplate, what is holding me here? How is it possible that I'm here? And whatever's holding you here is what is required in side crow, okay? Lower that foot down, Utkatasana, face forward. Arms around the back, interlace, fold. Stretch your legs. Stretch your mind. Stretch the capacity, right? I get the heebie-jeebies sometimes when I hear arm balance. I'm like, oh, so scary. How many times my face has hit the ground? Right? Yeah, so FYI, that's where I am when I practice arm balance. So come back, Utkatasana. Hands in prayer. Either choose Kanti Anjali or Chaya Anjali with your fingers and twist left. Meaning the fingers are either together or they're spread apart. Good. And this time the right hip moves back because it tends to want to rush forward. Good. Meditative upper body. Shift the weight into your left foot. Pick up your right heel to begin. Just shifting the balance. Good. And when that feels solid, pick up that right heel, curl it up towards your bum. And then contemplate. Whatever is holding me here is what's going to hold me in an arm balance. Incredible. And then lower that foot down. Utkatasana, face forward, return. Arms around the back, interlace, fold. Shoulder rinse. Hamstring rinse. Back of your knee. Get irrigated with your breath. Utkatasana, come back, fierce pose, sit deep into the throne of your devotion. Bhakti, devotion. Right? Good. And then forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Catch your breath. Even if that means Malasana, you catch your breath, you rest. Okay? Very good. Look between your thumbs, bend the knees, step or hop forward, Malasana. Sorry, should have said that quicker. Malasana. Okay, Bhakasana, crow pose. Bhakasana or Kakasana. Good, crow pose, that's it. And if you can lift the toes, you lift them. If not, you keep them on the ground. Remembering, right? The stacking, the faith. One more breath. Chaturanga, maybe. Phew. Maybe not, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Bind yourself to the practice, right? Meaning you practice with your whole heart. Whatever happens, happens. Look between the thumbs. Bend the knees. Malasana. Hop or step forward. Thank you. Hands to the heart. Shift a little. Right? Twist a little. Right? Let the spine be gently undulating in this very divinely feminine pose. There are two men here, I think. Yeah. You have a feminine side too. And for all the women who identify as women, oh man, I don't want to offend anybody. we have that fierce masculine side as well. So lift your heart in an effort in the symmetrical pose to balance both sides, sun and moon. Thank you. Let's try this. Interlace your fingers together, put them behind your head. Use the thumbs to massage your brainstem, your neck, just little circles. Yeah, good. And then a lot of devotion in the legs, stand up. Shoop. Point your toes forward, heel toe them to touch. Hands in prayer, Anjali or Kanti Anjali, shadow or radiant. It's personal. Okay, side crow practice. Bend your knees, Katasana. Good, and then let's twist to the right. Good. And then hands down, find your way, side crow practice. Right? And if it's like, oh, I don't want to today, then you just stay in a twisted Utkatasana. Take one breath, look to your left, good. And then come back. It's a lot. Yeah, good. Everybody, Utkatasana, face forward, neutralize that. Whew. Forward fold, exhale. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. See if you can step or hop back and exhale. Good. Breathe in, heart opens. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Malasana, child's pose. Everybody, even if you don't want to, 5 breaths. All right, sometimes you have so much energy, you don't want to come down. But the more we practice coming down, bringing that from 100 to 0, the better we get at it. And why do we need to get better at that? Imagine something wakes you up in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, in the dead of sleep. And then you can't fall asleep again, right? You're just up. That's when a practice like this would become helpful, is that we know how to slow our system down so we can rest. Turn the palms up. Whatever the yoga, right, is here to teach you, may we be receptive to it. Turn the palms down, downward facing dog. Thank you. Look between your thumbs, bend the knees. Step or hop forward, Uttanasana. Just forward fold. Good. Fantastic. Utkatasana. And I'm sorry, Bree, if you're really close to the wall, but hands to the heart. Yeah, we're going to side crow the other way. So twist to the left. And my friends, either stay here or you practice lowering the hands down. Remember what we did on our back. Either one elbow or do for support. Wiggle, wiggle. Find your way. Find your balance. Beautiful work. Wherever you are, bind yourself to the practice, not the pose. One more breath. I love your feet, Bree. And then come back down. Everybody is in twisted chair to the left. Come back. Utkatasana, face forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Use this as the perfect shaped tool to remove any residue in this practice. Thank you. Right leg up, inhale. High lunge, rise. Feeling your feet. Very nice, friends. Whew. Locate your shoulders. Back heel is up, up, up. Good. So even though your 2 legs are doing very different things, they're pointing in the same direction, no? Including your eyes, all the gates in your head, your heart. Hands in prayer, breathe in. Exhale, twist right. Good. Seeking balance that we know is not stillness. Thank you. I know it's hard. Appreciate it. And then expand the collarbones apart, making space for that heart wisdom to enter. Warrior 2. Thank you. That's a lot, no? Reverse. Stretch long, right side body. If you can manage to focus on your breath in this incredibly challenging place, imagine what else you can do. Unbend front knee, keep reaching back, reverse triangle, good. And then triangle pose, thank you. Pouring yourself, right hand, right shin, good. Is it possible to have the right fingertips hovering above the ground? Yeah, and it's that extra step, no? For me, I used to always just plop my weight down into that right hand. And that counts, right? But what if I lifted it up? How much more of my body can I recruit to participate in this place? One more breath. Look down, stand up, straight legs. Vira 2, rebend, reverse like a dance. Side angle pose, flowing into yourself, flowing into the familiarity and also the discomfort. Half spine, top arm around the back. And then hover your right fingertips right above the ground, pointing towards your inner right ankle bone. And if you want to go to a different destination, maybe the full bind is calling to you, and so you wrap that arm around. And the mission here is to keep that heart right from folding towards the earth. So keep it pointing to the side, finding spaciousness in your joints, your bones, your nervous system. Inhale 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Release the bind if you have it. Listen, high lunge. Come up. Got it? Good. Heel toe the right foot carefully until the outer right edge matches the outer right edge. Okay, we're going to do something we did earlier, but with the back knee up. Lower the hands down inside the right foot. Both hands inside. Good. And then lift your heart forward. If you need to walk the hands in towards your groin, you can do that. And this is about a back bend. This is about that front of your chest curving like the crescent moon. Maybe even gazing forward and a little bit up sweetly on the neck. Thank you. All right. And then chin to the chest, round, walk your hands forward. Excuse me. And now walk your hands to the left. Shoop, shoop. So down dog, upper body. Bree, lift your hips. Good. And a high lunge in the lower body. And then can you separate the hands if possible? Lori and Manish, yeah, like separate. So down dog, that's it. And if that means you don't go as far left, then you don't. Right? The body says this is where. Okay? Good. And then bring a cow pose into the upper back. And then here, see the natural curves of your spine and the lumbar, low back, and your neck, cervical. Drag your right hip back for this last moment. Moving courageously towards your soul work. Thank you. Walk your hands back in, downward facing dog. Plank pose. Come forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Child's pose. Everybody, knees down. We practice taking that super high energy pranic vibration to this. Melting from the yang right into the yin. Focus on your breath. How it's circulating and distilling through every muscle, tendon, ligament, nerve ending in your body. Know that there is a symphony that is playing the ultimate love story from your organs within. The coordination and the timing is the most perfect. Turn your palms up. A reminder to receive, right? I'm open to receive something really beautiful today. And then palms down, Adho Mukha, down dog. And you can say it in your mind, right? Adho Mukha. You say it out loud. Adho Mukha, Adho Mukha. Yeah. And it's not Adho Mukha. Was the right leg forward last time, Bree? Okay, lift your left leg up. Step forward, high lunge. And be your own hero here. Shoo. I stand in my yoga. That's what Krishna says to Arjuna on the battlefield. You gotta stand in your yoga. Yikes. Good. And the more firmly we stand in our yoga, right, the more strength we harness, not only in the physical body, but in the mental body. Hands to heart. Chaya or Kanti, choose whatever feels more appropriate. And then as you exhale, twist left. Slow and steady. Good. Proprioceptive what your right heel is doing in space. Can you lift your heart towards your thumbs? Can you lift the inner soul body up? One more breath. Vira to slow, steady transition. If your left thigh is screaming at you, unbend it. Take a breath. Right? And then rebend. Okay, you can do that anytime. I had a teacher back in the day. She's like, you need to come out and take a breath and then come in 100. I was like, okay, good advice. Good. And then reverse, please. Good. And then unbend your front knee, reverse triangle. So the legs move towards straight, but you're still reversing. Yes, yes, yes. And then triangle pose. Trikonasana. The fingertips hover for today. Like the little black dress, this pose I've heard called. It's like, always looks good, feels good in the body. So how is it feeling to you today? Good. Inhale, 2. Exhale. 1. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. Straight legs. Vira, 2. Good. Reverse. Breathe. Side angle pose. Flowing, into this place. Imagine that your head, your chest, your leg is in a diagonal. Proprioceptive, yeah? Half bind. First, point the left fingertips towards the left inner ankle. Let them hover. And then contemplate what the heck is holding me here. Good. And as you wish, you can fully bind. Chris, is that you? My husband just popped in the Zoom. Good. And then from here, open the heart up. Yeah. So that your upper body is meditating. So easy. And the lower body is like, I got you. Like the duck swimming across the pond. Upper body above the surface, so calm. Lower body doing all the work. Please look down. Hands release if you're in a bind. High lunge, Mahavirasana. Be your own hero right now. And if your left thigh is screaming at you, what do? Just unbend for a moment, take that out, and then come back. Good. Heel toe your left foot to the left. We know what's coming, right? So you make the adjustments that work for you. And then hands down inside left foot. Good. Find your way, back bend. The hips can sink a little bit lower for this one. So hips sink, the heart comes forward. Yeah. The front of the body curving like the crescent moon. And this pose being an offering to this beautiful planet. Good, and then round, chin to chest, walk your hands forward, lift your hips a little bit. Yes, and then now hands to the right. Should feel like a waterfall in your spine. So down dog in upper body, high lunge in the lower legs. And is it possible then to expand the capacity of this pose by bringing a cow shape, a back bend, very sweet, in the upper body? Move towards the unfamiliar. The more we practice being here in this strange shape, the better we become at adapting. One more breath. Downward dog. Bend one knee at a time. Reconnect with your palms and your fingers, and feeling Mother Earth beneath you. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Malasana. Child's pose. Palms touch. Lift your fingertips towards the ceiling, towards the sky, either in I said them both together, Chaya, Kanti. And then this is your prayer here, your offering. If you know Lotus Mudra, then you come in. If not, don't worry about it. Molly, that's the one. Okay, lower your prayer down, downward facing dog. Right leg up, inhale. Warrior one, step forward. Use the inhalation to rise. And as you exhale, settle sweetly, Vira one. This one's tricky. The stance is usually shorter so that both hips can be more squarish to the front. Good. And technically this is classified as a back bend, believe it or not. Good, good. Beautiful. Unbend your right knee. Level out your hips. Good. Reverse prayer. Chaya Anjali. Thumbs down behind the back. A couple options. Fingertips can point down. That's an option. Thank you, Bree. Or, some of you already there here, fingertips pointing up. Depending on the mobility of your shoulders, right? Be kind. There's no reason to force yourself into anything, okay? Fold halfway down only. Halfway down. Keeping the collarbones wide. Yeah, there's certainly a cow pose, Bhakti in the upper back. You know, cows are really holy from where this practice came in India, right? So when we cow pose in back bend, there's a real sincerity and reverence, right, for what is holy. which I love. Do you ever wonder why these poses are named after certain animals? Good. One more breath in this place. And then with kindness, lower your hands down, frame your right foot, fold pyramid pose. That's it. You are the mountain here. It's like a different, in Bihar school they call this like a version of mountain pose when you're in this triangle shape. So as we're folded here, imagine the glacier at the sacrum bone is melting and the waters are pouring down the back of your spine, the backs of your legs, cooling you. And know that coming to a resting place doesn't always mean completely passive. You can use your internal landscape and your breath to cool yourself down. Come halfway up, hands to the heart. So come back up, hands in front of the chest. Good. Bend your right knee, warrior three. Come in. Shoo. Good. Extend your arms forward. Inhale, 3. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 1. Katasana. Mountain pose. This one. This mountain pose. The most popular. Huh? You okay, Bree? Yeah? Okay. I'm a demo person. I don't think I could do this and talk at the same time, so thank you. Pause and mountain pose. Scan the bottoms of your feet. You are magnetized to the core of this earth. No matter how disconnected we may feel, we are all, right? We're all here together. Standing Ustrasana, fingertips pointing up or down behind the back. Yeah, this one. And then lift the heart, hug the elbows together. Right, good. And we're opening this throat area, the throat. So if there's any expression, things you want to say that are hard to say, oh boy, I have a lot of those. I'm like terrified of having difficult conversations. That's me, right? So I do this pose because it helps me energetically release something that may be stuck in my throat. Engage your glutes a little bit, yep. And then rise back up. Mountain pose, release the hands down, roll the shoulders. Yahoo! Thank you. Malasana, come in. Okay, so it's Malasana to Navasana. So hands behind the back, sit down, rock the legs up, balance on the sit bones. Any Navasana. You can hold the thigh bones if you prefer. Good. And then another option for today, hold the outer edges of the feet. So string your hands between your knees, hold the feet. Slow, slow, expand. Good. 3 breaths. Exhale. 2. Bind yourself to the practice, not what it looks like. Exhale. 1. Exhale. Good. Release Tadasana. Rock back, rock forward, or however you get up. Tadasana. Padangustasana A. Lift your right knee, either bent, or see if you can hold it with both hands, your foot. That's it. And now stay here, right? You can stay here either bent, thank you, Bree. Practice, or extend the legs straight forward. Padangustasana A. Do your best. 2. Exhale. 1. And release mountain pose. Imagine a cool waterfall. And you're wading in the waters. And you wade your way to the waterfall that's just the right amount of pressure. And at first, the waterfall begins to drip on your palms. And then you inch a little closer to the right shoulder. And eventually your head is underneath the stream, cooling you down. All this magic you already know. Open the eyes, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. That's it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Phew. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Finish your vinyasa. Which could be just holding plank, no? Goto Mukha. Good. Left leg up, inhale. Veer one. Make your way there. Shorten the stance if that feels great, right? To help be more supportive in this shape. Both hips are more or less squared to the front. That's it. And remember, there's a back bending aspect to this, shining front of the heart towards the sky. Yeah. Just a couple moments to give yourself the opportunity to go deeper into yourself. Very nice. Unbend front knee, arms behind, Chaya Anjali. Find your way. Fingertips point down or up. And then do your best to squeeze the thumbs and the index knuckles towards one another. Yeah, it's hard. And then begin keeping the fingers together, right? And then fold halfway only. And by halfway, it could be just 2 degrees. Basically, don't go the full amount, okay? And then look down, right? The gaze is down. And I want you to visualize the people, the ones you love, your ecosystem. Like your mat and the ground begin to become transparent. And you see who the people are in your kingdom, your queendom. And how beautiful you want it to be. Good. And then sweetly release your hands down. Frame your left foot. Fold. If you've ever seen those incense that burn from the top and they flow down. Magic, no? Magic. So let that be the pranic winds in your body, your breath, right? Swirling and moving from the top of your hip bones and back down. Letting gravity take that breath and move anything you don't need down and out. That's it. Inhale, 2. Exhale, focus on your breath. Inhale, 1. Big exhale. Lift halfway, hands to the heart. Transition, warrior 3. Three breaths. Extend your arms forward, right? It's a short hold-ish. So let's see, can we go there? 1. Tadasana, good job. Mountain pose, stand tall. Release the hands, roll the shoulders. Roll the shoulders. Good. Bend your left knee, both hands to the foot. Keep the knee bent or extend. You could hold the knee, absolutely. Breathe in. Breathe out, 2. One more breath, right? So do your best here. Because we always do our best. No? That's right. And then mountain pose, release with peace in the body. Oh, inhale, stretch the arms up, a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, fold, fold. Hold this for a moment. Wrap your peace sign fingers, if you like, around your big toes, your angustas, or any other forward fold. Cool yourself with your breath. Where the mind goes, your breath follows. Thank you. Good. Release whatever you're holding, everybody. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, Chaturanga. Good. Cycle through. Lower your knees down. Child's pose. Headstand. 2 minutes. So, either stay, right, child's pose, or rise up. Dear Augie, you're so cute. Practicing sincerity. Practicing ahimsa, doing no harm to yourself. Practicing honesty, restraint, and letting go of any grasping. And those are the yamas. Don't be distracted. Something you don't need is moving down and out. How wonderful. Okay, walk your hands in. Thank you. Separate your knees wide, big toes touch. And for some of us, it's possible to sit on the heels. Yeah? If this is not possible, find any other seated pose. Yeah, and this is the bell, ganta, the bell. Good. Take your arms out. Good. And then bring them palms facing in. Cross your right wrist on top of the left wrist. Turn your palms so they face each other. Yeah, do the mental math. And then press your palms together. Bend your elbows. Lift finger pads towards sky. Ganta, bell pose. Channeling inner strength, foundational strength in your legs. Channeling upward attunement with your hands. If it's possible, unbend elbows, squeeze arms to temples. Squeeze, create a little tension there. Doesn't work for everybody, okay? One more breath. Exhale, exit the way you came. Bend the elbows, bring the hands forward. Unwind your wrists. And then let the hands just come down and rest anywhere. Inhale, 2. Long exhale. 1. And an even longer exhale. Balance other side, compensating. Arms up. Left wrist, bring that arms down, thank you. Left wrist on top this time, flip the palms, squeeze them together, feel that energy, good. Bend elbows, lift arms. Bell pose, ringing the bell, right, of honesty, of truth. Ring the bell to do no harm. Be the bell that sounds out. I know how to conserve my resources, and I sure will not hang on to something so tightly that I sink to the bottom. So be this bell of the yamas right now. And everything you do here, everything you've processed and learned, you carry with you outside, and you ring this bell out there, and that is your service. Squeeze, if possible, the arms into your temples, maybe even obscuring your hearing for a little bit. One more breath. Good. Rebend elbows. Lower the hands down. Unwind the wrists. Lower the hands down. Find any seated meditative pose. Make the adjustments you need. There's a happy baby. And then tune everything inward. Is it possible? Is it possible to not be distracted by anything else now? In a moment of contemplation, is this easier to do now, post-asana, rather than pre? Stay here for the remainder of class or come into Shavasana, yogi's choice. 2 minutes. me from untruth to truth, from darkness into light, from death to immortality. Deepen your breath. Gently stir your physical body and make your way to a seated meditative pose. The last verse of that chant is peace, 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 shanti, shanti, shanti. So let's chant that shanti, 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 one hari om. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale. Hands to heart. May this practice give you that inner clarity to act outwardly that matches what's happening inwardly in your practice. Bowing the chin in towards your heart, lifting your heart up towards your thumb. Thanking yourself for making time today. Open the eyes. Allow the light to enter. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.